This is the demo for the database portion of OPR 3. I'm going to talk over to explain to you guys what I'm doing, but feel free to edit me out and you guys redo the voiceover. So the first thing we need to do is run the PSQL command to access the PSQL command line. We can't do that as our user. You have to be the PSQL user. So I'm going to run, let me copy this command over. This command will switch you to Postgres and run PSQL to get me onto the command line, which worked. So now I am the Postgres user. I need now to switch to the database, which is OdinDB. So I'm going to do \c OdinDB, and now I'm connected to the Odin database. So from here, I would like to showcase, while our database has a lot of different tables with different relationships, I'm going to highlight for you today the relationship between test and test case. So one test has a one-to-many relationship to test cases, meaning one test has many test cases. This relationship is represented by a join table called test cases in test. So I'm going to access that now with a select statement. Right now we just have one thing in the table. Each row represents a relationship. So the first column represents a test, and the second column represents a test case. So from test and so the first table that I pulled up there is a list of all of our tests. I cleared our database to keep this simple for the demo. And the second table is a list of our test cases. What we want to do is add, notice how we have two test case IDs. We want that second one to be a part of, we want the second test case, we're going to add the second test case to the first test. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to insert into test cases in test values 1 specifying which test and 2 specifying the test case. So let's see if that worked. That did. So now the first test has test case 1 and 2 in it. Now because of that one-to-many relationship, it will not let me add a test case into test that doesn't exist. So if I try to insert into 3, notice how the test case 3 is not in this table right here, right? So this is going to invalidate a foreign key constraint and throw an error, which it does. It fails the foreign key constraint because the test case ID needs to have a matching thing in the test case.